Hi, welcome to a brand new video of the Target Individual Program, the Target Individual Experience. As you guys know, I try to, um, show you guys what's going on in terms of my targeting, but also, share with you my personal experience in terms of what I go through with, family, my kids' mother. So I just called the kids because she went out. Um, she said some dinner uh, for her job, what have you. This is the weekend. Kids have school. Kids didn't go to school today because she didn't take my daughter to school today. All right, my son was sick, so he stayed home, but she also left my daughter home. Didn't take her to school. Um, then it's after 10 o'clock. Right, I called the kids to see if they were in bed and to ask if their mom was home. The kids were up. Okay, their mom wasn't home. So again, they're not going to go to bed, and you know I don't quite get it with her. I understand. I keep telling her, you know, you really don't care about our kids. That's my feeling about it. Okay, she really don't care. She does not care. So I called her. Of course she's not gonna pick up, right? Because she don't want to hear my mouth, And it's and I spoke to her last night. I said, listen, if you don't stop behaving in the manner you're behaving, our kids is gonna they're gonna fail school. But she doesn't care. She does not care. Okay, and right now she's just acting out. Right, her conditioning, her negative conditioning, the conditioning that she's following, that they have her following, is a destructive one. Okay, and I try to tell her about it, but like I'm tired of speaking to her. I can't. You can't speak to people who don't want to know anything and don't want to hear anything, particularly when it comes to our women and how they're being conditioned, right? Because they don't have the ability to see the the programming for what it is, right? Which is a dysfunctional self-destruct uh, programming. This is why they, like I said, with me being able to recognize these things, always sending me subliminal message about accept the negative condition and accept the negative programming, because they don't want you to, once you start to realize what's going on, they want to keep you going on that path of destruction so they can, again, they have a narrative. Okay, and if when you look within the uh, community in which we as black people live, how dysfunctional we are, okay, there's a reason for that. Okay, like I said, it's not happenstance. It's not some act of God, anything like that. It is white races who've created psychological programming, who've created technology that can influence our minds and condition us negatively. But you know, no one wants to listen. No one wants to listen. Okay, so I guess again, I continue to expose these things. I'll continue to uh, make others aware. Though I'm sure they shadow ban my video because I don't get a lot of views. But if I get one or two views of people watching my video and understanding what's going on, maybe it can bring some change in their lives if they're targeted also, right? To not fall into that way of thinking of them promise you money because they try to condition you negatively with the promise of you making money, right? And particularly me being a black person, they don't want me to talk about issues affecting uh, black people, right? As well as talking about my targeting, you know, and the non-consensual human experimentation, the illegal microchipping. So, like I said, I do this, and what pains me is that when you go to relatives, you're not talking to anybody else, but like I said, I had to get to this point, right, where I have to share these things because, one, when I spoke to her, her family, mother, uncle, right? Address my concern, the issues. You know, they told her I don't love her, even though they've been in her apartment. They see how it looked. Okay, it just let you see. This is why I stopped following the advice of my family, because I realized that they were being manipulated to give me the wrong, to give me, uh, the wrong, say the wrong things to me. Okay, so and this is what they do. This is what in a lot of in our community where we live, when um, black men and black women are in relationships and it's a breakup. You'll have the woman in your family telling you, "Oh, leave her. She acting like that. Just leave her and the kids alone. Leave the kids alone. This and that, right?" But I didn't do that. I don't do that because again, it is a condition, and like I said, they know what they know how they condition us. They know and understand how they condition us. We don't understand how we're being conditioned. This is why we are a very emotional people. Every other group can see this because they have created uh, emotions, strong emotions within us that other groups don't exhibit. Okay, so this is why I have to do these things because and put these things out there in hopes that, like I said, I always said, I wish that her friends could see this, and I'm not gonna send it to them because I want them to find it on their own. Okay, let her talk about it. Let them go find it on their own. All right, her family, same thing too. Okay, because you know if I go over there, I stay over there. I'm just putting myself in a situation where I'm going to be subjected to ill treatment, right? And being taken advantage of. I'm not going to do that because again, and then we get into arguments and stuff like that. You know, plus, your feelings come back and all. So again, it is a tough situation, right? And I don't recommend if you're a TI, and let's say you're married or you have kids, you have to figure out what's best for you and what's best for your kids, but you can't lose yourself in the process. And this is what they want because they'll go to the other person to manipulate them so that they can also participate in your psychological harassment into the psyops and promise them a whole bunch of things. Or you know um, if you look up the definition in terms of coercive persuasion, what it is that they do, you'll understand. Okay, so if you look up the what is it, eight, not eight, sorry, was it seven criteria of a coercive persuasion program, it explains everything. Okay, this is why, like I said, the website psychologicalharassment.com is a very important website, not just for targeted individuals who experience in psychological operations, but also anybody who wants to understand how they're being manipulated. Okay, so tomorrow will be another day. I'm sure the kids are gonna be up all night until their mother get home. They're not gonna go to sleep. Okay, and they're not gonna uh, go to school on time in the morning. I was telling I was speaking to one of my ex today, and I said, I'm always hopeful, right? But I'm realistic to know that you cannot rely on hope. But when you're raised a certain way, you still have those feelings, okay? But like I said, I'm realistic to know that hope is something that's just it's just a feeling and an emotion that have been conditioned into people, you know. So I don't rely on that stuff. But like I said, I'm also still say to myself, I'm always hopeful that she will uh, realize what's going on, you know. But hey, it is what it is, right? Oh, also, uh, when I call my when I call the kids to see if their mother was home, again they start to do the spitting sound, you know. But hey, they always come up with these new ways to target me, right? These new ways to target me in some way. But hey, it is what it is. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.